Hello, my name is Randy Weins, President and Designated Broker of Weins World Real Estate Inc. out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to our Table Talk series. Today we're going to talk about home inspections. Whether you're buying or selling or whether you own a home, we're going to find out some of the features about what a home inspection is and what is involved with it. Now, Weins World has always been fortunate to work with the best that the industry has to offer. And I'm very pleased today on this segment to introduce to you Bert Bruinsma. Bert is a home inspector with HomeAlyze, the home inspection experts. So welcome, Bert.
Thank you, Randy.
Now, HomeAlyze itself has been in operation since about 1978?
78, yes.
So 33 years this year.
That's correct.
And you've been around a while yourself.
I did it part-time first, and in 2001 I had the opportunity to buy the franchise from HomeAlyze for this area, where I've been quite content with the knowledge that I've achieved from them.
Awesome. Well, Bert, the video presentation this morning will last somewhere between 7 and 10 or 12 minutes or so. So I know that a home inspection typically takes 3 or 4 hours to do. So I'm going to ask you again, possibly an impossibility, but I know you can handle it. Can you tell us, Bert, or give us a summary of what is a home inspection?
A home inspection is a professional person that will introduce you to your home with explaining what the shape of the house is at the time of the inspection. So what we would like to have is access to every area of the home. We also like to be able to encourage the potential person interested in the home to be with us when we do the home inspection. That way, if there's any questions, they have ample opportunity to ask the questions. Now, a professional home inspector should help you understand how to maintain that specific home and guide you through those things. So that also helps the person not only at the time of the inspection, but down the road as well. There's a complete maintenance system guide that we can give you for that. And it's right in the binder. This is a binder right here that does, will be given to the client when the home inspection is done. And we have a complete maintenance guide in here introducing a checklist of things that should be checked seasonally and as well as monthly. The other thing that we have in here is a little bit of a write-up right behind this explaining a little bit how to look at things in a maintenance mode. So those are things that we try to do for the client. One more thing that I would like to bring up is that people ask us, well, how quick should we phone you to get a home inspection done? Expect about 2 to 5 days for first choice timing for yourself. And I think that's about it for now. Okay. Do you have any other questions, Randy?
Well, Bert, I've seen you in operation in many of the properties that you inspected, and man, you're up in the attic.
Correct.
You're looking at the outside of the roof of the house. You're down in the basement looking at the foundation. You're looking at the furnace, the hot water tank. You're checking plug-ins. You do a lot of work in a home. So that provides, certainly should provide, a comfort level to anyone that's having the home inspected. Now, it's independent and impartial, isn't it? You're hired by an individual to do a home inspection.
Correct.
But you inspect the property. It doesn't favor the seller of the home or the buyer of the home.
It does not favor anyone.
Yeah.
We're trying to introduce you to the current state of the home. Is what we're trying to do. Now, it does take quite a bit of knowledge to have all this information. So a professional home inspector should be educated quite a bit. There should be ongoing education that needs to be going on as the years go by. So there is sometimes people that will try to do home inspections on a part-time basis, and I don't want to speak for them, but I can tell you that I've had people phone me and say, I don't understand, this guy did it, but he didn't, he just didn't seem like he was interested in my interest. So I recommend that anyone that would like to have a home inspection done, that they call somebody who is in the industry full-time. You will get a much more detailed inspection.
Well, exactly right, Bert, and I've seen in my 20 years plus of representing buyers and sellers in the residential real estate industry, I've seen a lot of different types of home inspections. And boy, I'll tell you, some of them I shake my head at. A simple piece of paper. So, you know, anyone, I guess, can go down to their local municipality and get a business license to do something. But it's important when you're buying or selling a home, which is singularly one of the largest assets or investments that any of us as individuals will ever have. Why would you put your confidence in someone who doesn't have great credentials? And as I said at the outset, we have always been fortunate in working with the best in the industry, and when you're having something as serious done as a home inspection, especially if you're thinking of buying or selling it, you want to know what the place is like, and you really want to trust a proven professional. And I agree with you, full-time, someone who's dedicated to the service they provide, someone who's continually upgrading their education, because as we know, building codes change from time to time, and that does a thorough job. And I've seen you 3, 4, 4.5, 5 hours on a property. You don't quit until you've gone right through, do you?
That's correct. That's correct. I like to get it done, even if it takes more than the intended 3 hours. That way, the person that has hired me will find out how everything is working as it's per intended use of that, with that particular home.
Right. Well, that's awesome. Home inspection costs what, roughly between $400 and $600?
That's correct.
Okay.
So, and it varies.
Currently. Yeah.
I've had folks wondering, like, who should get a home inspection done. Mm-hmm. The question that is a very good question. It's, first of all, a new house can be inspected, an old house can be inspected. Any home that has additions built onto it. Okay. The other thing is that any house that's in the country setting, whether it's on the lakefront or whether it's an acreage, very important to do at that time. So as you can tell, even condos, as you can tell, pretty much every house should be inspected.
Well, I fully agree. And in real estate transactions today, I don't think I'm out of line in saying that the vast majority of home purchasers, buyers, will want a home inspection done on their property, well over 75%. So it's important that they be done. So, which leads us to another service, Bert, that you offer that is fairly unique to the industry. And I can speak from personal experience. I've used it several times to great degrees of success. Is your pre-inspection program.
Oh, yes.
You want to talk a little bit about this? This is just, I think, one of the greatest things that home inspectors have ever come up with. And as I said, I think you're one of the only corporations that really offer this service. Are you not?
There is others that offer it. I like doing these for pre-inspected houses. What folks might not understand is what that really means. So there is a number of ways that people can get home inspections done. If they are say want a renovation done to their home, they can get the home pre-inspected that way. They can, if they're saying, I'm thinking about selling this house, but I don't want to have any problems with the sale of the house, can you help me with that? Yes, we can introduce you to the home in all the technical things, making sure everything is working. That way, when the report is completed, the seller can now take this binder here, put it on the table and say, this has been pre-inspected. We found these items that needed attention. we've brought professionals in to do the work to repair this. Here's the invoices, and often people will tuck them right into this pocket right in here, so they're right in the binder right here. That's been quite an asset to a lot of folks. I've had many people say thank you for doing that for me.
Absolutely. Well, to me as a real estate broker, it's just vital. If we get the home pre-inspected before we place it to the market, we know, the seller knows, the general condition of that property. If there are things that would be showstoppers in a sale, because as I mentioned earlier, most purchase transactions involve conditions, and one of those conditions are subject to a satisfactory home inspection, or home inspection satisfactory to the buyer. If the home inspection, the pre-inspection identifies areas that need to be corrected, we can do that before we place the home to the market. And then we know, peace of mind, it's protection for the seller, it's protection for the buyer. The report's there all done in a handy dandy booklet, and that is a thorough booklet. And one thing I'd like to emphasize again is that your book is not only in the home inspection, it's a home maintenance manual.
That's correct. Like I was mentioning earlier, it has a complete maintenance guide in there for the folks. So when they're owning the home, they can look through here to know when maintenance is required in the different components in the home. There's also another portion that we introduced in here. Folks like to know how long things last. So we have a life cycles area as well, which we've gone together with the industry and said, well, what are the most common things in houses? So we listed them here, and they said, well, let's break it down to the subtitles of these components as well. Then we've come around and said, okay, can you tell us how long things should last? So they said yes. So we got the number of years here that the industry tells us, not what people tell us, but what the industry who are experienced in these areas tell us how long these components will last. The other thing we've done is ask them, does it need maintenance, this particular item? And they said yes. If they said yes, we put a check mark right beside it saying, these are things that need maintenance, which will guide you to go back to the maintenance guide and read up what should be looked at. We're not asking people to be professionals at every aspect of the home. We just want them to understand what needs attention on a regular basis. Now there is another portion in here which is not meant at all as a quote for doing work in the home. What we've done is we've pushed the envelope just a little bit further, asking the industry, okay, you've told us this stuff. Could you tell us approximately what the going rate of today is? So this is meant per square foot, per lineal foot, or if you would wish to have it in metric, we could probably put it in the metric form too of the, so you understand. And it tells you what it should cost. These are installed prices that we've got from the industry. So that helps people understand, okay, that means this component here should last for X amount of years. It's getting close to that X amount of years. What we do then is say, well, maybe we should start saving up. I think as a homeowner, that is very valuable to me to do that. I could save up, and then by the time we find out what the industry says when the expected life is on it, we will already have some money set aside, and it's not a surprise.
Absolutely. Well, Bert, we're running out of time for this segment. So much to discuss, so much to learn, and so little time to do it in this video. Thank you so much for coming by. And to our viewers, thank you very much for tuning in to this segment of Table Talk. We hope it has been informative to you. You've heard it here from Weins World Real Estate Inc. Guest Bert Bruinsma of HomeAlyze, the home inspection experts. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Thank you.